Hey guys, here we are, McCormack's four-wheel drive, bringing you my cruiser. This blue 79, Shawnee, is an epic build. Mate, this thing's got a lot of time, a lot of effort. A few bucks have been thrown at this truck. What do you think?
Yeah, the boys have smashed this one out of the park. I can't wait to really get into it and show you what's going on with it. Alright, when we come to a build of this sort of level, we're talking about quality gear. So starting with the bar work, we've gone with the ARB premium tube bar work with the steps and rails. We've colour matched that to the colour of the car just to tie it in nicely. Winch, we've gone with a Bush Ranger 12,000 pound synthetic rope covert winch. They do have a hidden control box. They are wireless and wide remote as well if you get in trouble. Gone with the Lightforce HTX spotlights, they're Australian made. So again, trying to keep that quality. We've got the ARB recovery points underneath as well with the front bash plate. And then we've got the Uniden UHF system on the front too.
We've also manufactured this custom made bracket for an ARB twin compressor. We've got an outlet here at the front. We've also got one at the back with a braided line running all the way through. So yeah, this is all custom, guys. Took a lot of time to engineer this and make this fit under the bonnet of the 79, because normally you can't do that. Over that side, got the Glide hot water shower system. This is all custom made as well to fit the new shape 79. All speed flow fittings. All this goes down to the rear. Hence, the guy's got a shower tent off the side of this, a Boss aluminium shower tent. So this runs through the hot water system. It's got a heat exchanger there, and basically if you're in a creek of fresh water, you've got unlimited hot water as long as the engine's running. Obviously this is the heartbeat of a Land Cruiser. It's got the 4.5 V8, so tick for that.
Alright, keeping with the premium Australian made products, we've gone with the Safari Armac snorkel for the new shape 79. So we're lucky enough to get our hands on some quite early. So this is one of our very first fit outs, and we've got a few more to go. The reason we've gone with the Safari snorkel is it's quality engineering. We know that they work perfectly. They're airtight to the airbox, high intake for cool air, and it's also going to get clean air in there when you're hitting a dusty road as well.
Guys, in the cockpit, we've got the Pioneer head unit. We've got speakers in the front doors, rear doors, and some little tweeters up the front. The customer also wanted to control some different options in the canopy and some side lights, so we've decided to put the Red Vision through to the front here. Obviously he doesn't need the rear view camera because of the canopy, so he can control side lights, fridges, you name it, the inverter, all from there. Also got a sub control there. Also we've got a full sound deadening car builder's kit in this vehicle, obviously to keep the noise down. They're pretty basic, these old girls, when you get them from factory. So not only that, we put a little bit of a twist to this, to the clear view mirrors on this. They're the compacts. If you turn the ignition on, we've done it like a European type car. As soon as you turn the ignition on, the mirrors pop out. As soon as you power the ignition off, mirrors come in. Also we've got the option to fold them in on the run as well, so that's a nice little touch that we've got for this vehicle.
Alright, so the customers asked us for a bit of input when it comes to suspension and correcting the wheel track on the rear. First option was he was looking at different types of rims to widen the rear to correct the track to the front, which was not really going to work because of the setup that he was going for. So we've opted for a JMax 4200 kilo GVM upgrade and coil conversion. In that gives you a new diff housing that'll widen the rear correction and give you the same track front and rear. We've got the electric series alpha shock absorbers from JMax, which gives you full control in cab to dampen your ride control on corrugated roads, heavy loads, anything like that. You can do it on the fly. It's also got automatic functions as well, so while you're driving it's just constantly automatically adjusting to your conditions. Within that, we've also gone for a nice wheel and tyre package. So we've wrapped a set of Method 305 HDs in a nice bronze finish with a set of BFG tyres in an all-terrain. So these are legal on this vehicle, so when you go to that 4200 kilo coil conversion, you can legally run a 35-inch tyre, and this one's on a 3-inch lift kit as well, which is completely engineered and legal. The reason we've gone with that option is just purely for the package that he's gone with. It works perfectly, it's all Australian made, and it works really well. We've tried many different options, and being Brisbane's largest JMax dealer, this is just going to be perfect for his scenario.
Here we are at the rear end of the vehicle. Shawnee, how good are these Boss aluminium canopies?
Yeah, Boss aluminium canopy ticked all the boxes for everything the customer wanted. So they're a full modular setup, meaning that basically currently this situation works for him, but if he decides while he's traveling and it's not working for him, or he changes his setup, he can actually remove these drawers, take that fridge out and put a whole different layout in there, and you can just bolt it in. There's no drilling, cutting or anything required, just bolt straight in. So that makes it really, really simple for future planning on changes or anything that happens as he goes on and gets to retirement stage and stuff like that.
He was very big on fridge room, this gentleman, so he's gone for the Bushman 130 upright fridge on the passenger side, and on the driver's side he's gone a 60 litre angle, which has got a tilt slide. So very tricky for Boss Aluminium to create this type of option. Most people just go the normal upright, but this gentleman wanted two fridges, Obviously he likes a cold beer, but yeah, when we go around we'll show you how that works. We've got the travel buddy oven up there. We've got the slide out little kitchen there that holds all your knickknacks. Obviously drawers. We've got the Westinghouse induction top cooker. How good are they?
Yeah, so that's a twin induction cooktop. So I believe they're about a 2300 watt cooktop. You can run 2000, 1000, all that sort of stuff, and double cook, do whatever you want. And you don't have to worry about carrying gas bottles and barbecues around. It's very simple.
However, he did have a gas bottle on the back of this kid. He wants a barbecue as well. While his veggies are cooking, he wants the steak on a barbecue.
He's going for the full hog. So.
It's the full Monty, this rig. So one of the things I like about this rig too is Boss Aluminium do have an option where you can basically build the whole canopy straight from Boss Aluminium, which has got the red arc system and everything how Boss Aluminium provides it. However, this gentleman wanted lithium batteries all integrated into the actual modular side of the canopy, so we'll show you some photos of that soon. But this thing's got 300 amp hours, 2000 watt red arc inverter, obviously red vision, and it's also got the battery manager 75 battery manager alpha 75 red arc. That's the new kit on the block. This thing's pumping 75-80 amps into these 3 lithium 110 amp hours, which I don't think he's going to have a power issue, that's for sure. Shawnee, what have we got on the top there? Have we got a solar panel or something?
Yeah, so to go in conjunction with the system, obviously space is massive for him. That's why we've had to go away from the Boss Aluminium's general layout of a battery system and integrate all of our own lithium batteries in there. So we've got a 180 watt red arc solar panel on the roof that's feeding into the system constantly as well. So while the car's driving, that actually dual feeds at the same time. Or when he's parked up, that'll just be feeding constantly into that system and keeping it charged up. Beers cold, keep food cold.
So on the other side of the canopy, we're looking at the lithium batteries. That's our Blink 110 amp hour. There's another one there, and then also another one on that side behind the pantry. Up here, this is all custom from the boys at the workshop. We've got the Manager's 75 Alpha up there, the red arc. So that's all custom. Obviously there's the 2000 watt inverter up there, another special custom made cradle. So yeah, a lot of time's been spent on this rig. This side we've got the 60 litre angle, and this comes out and then it tilts. However, the thing is there's no beer in it, so hence why it's a little bit hard to push down. So if there's weight in it, that would just come down nice and easy, and the customer just pushes it in, lifts the pin up and locks it in, he's done. So yeah, nice little spot. He originally wanted 260s, but he decided to go one upright, 160 litre angle on the other side. He has got shelves for this side, but he's opted just to take them out for the time being. He only wants to go for a bit of a tour and get a bit of a feel for it. Might put some tables and chairs in there, who knows what he wants to do, but he's just, normally they do come with shelves there as well as an option, so yeah, all good.
Alright, so another thing with the canopies, they've all got integrated lights in each door. So these lights are multi-function. So at the moment we've just got a nice white light, but if you're going camping, bugs are about, you hit the mode button, you can start changing the light. So you can go from a white and an orange just to settle it down, and then you can go to a full orange to keep the bugs completely away from you. Another thing that was big for this gentleman was power. He's huge on power, he needs 240 volts everywhere. So we've come up with a few tricky scenarios. So we've custom made some brackets up here, and we've managed to get a GPO outlet on this side at the top here. We've got another GPO on the door over there that runs the induction cooktop and everything like that. And then we've got a 240 inlet on the back of the car, which I'll take you around to shortly, and that basically charges the whole system. So if he is in the caravan park, parks the car, plug it into the house, it'll just charge the system constantly and then trickle feed it. There is 240 volt up inside the rooftop tent as well. That's a special request that he did want, so we've made that happen, put a couple of glands in, ran some cable and done
I actually think he's putting aircon up there, Shawnee. He loves it. He must get hot while he's snoozing or something, who knows.
We'll keep the missus happy, one of the two.
That's it.
Basically, when it comes to touring and everything like that, we want to maintain the vehicle, we want it to be accessible, we want to fault find as easy as possible if there is any issues. If he's in the scrub or in the middle of the desert, issues come about from corrugation, you name it, it finds a problem in a vehicle no matter what. So we've made the fuse box accessible. It is right there. It's not tricky, it's not hidden, it's not tucked away from anything. If anything goes wrong, his fuse is there, pop the cover off, he knows exactly where everything is. We can access the red arc systems if we need to straight away. Yeah, that's one big thing that we've thought about over the years of building vehicles, is accessibility and making sure basically if anything ever goes wrong, if it's not just us, they could be in another workshop, they can find the issue, they can fault find, we can point them in the direction. So
You've also got a 240, you got a safety
yeah,
switch,
so it's a
mate.
circuit breaker. So basically that runs the input power from a house and outwards. So basically if anything went wrong in that line, it's just like a house, it'll trip the power, shut the system down straight away.
Yeah.
Just means that basically
Is that,
everyone is nice and
do you
safe.
have to do that?
Yeah, in any physical motor vehicle, boats, caravans, anything like that, they have to have circuit breakers on
If
the
it's got an
240
input
system.
coming into it, right.
Yep, has to have it.
But if you've just got your normal battery system and 2000 watt inverter, not needed?
No, because the inverter already has the same inbuilt system,
Yeah.
but when we're adding the in-charge system, it has to have those legal.
Right, well that's good for people to know that,
Yeah.
yeah for sure. Set up the front, the customer has got the hot water shower system inlet and outlet there, so hose plugs into that, throws it into the creek. Once the vehicle's running, turns it on, the switches are all under there, hot water comes out, and he can just run the pipe around here, right next to his Boss aluminium shower tank. Here's the outlet for the ARB twin compressor just at the rear here, nice and neat, tucked behind the tail light there, and then we've got our air pumper uppery thingeries.
Airbag inflation.
Then we've got our airbag inflation just there on the rear, which is nice and easy to get to. Heyman Reese X bar, pretty stock standard on one of these, but yeah, looks good. Boss aluminium's got the rear trundle. How good is that? It's got a few extras in there. All good. It's got twin water tanks, this rig. It's got one in the headboard and one under it. It's got two water pumps, one each side, and also a third for the glide. So we've made sure we've made them all interchangeable. So if he's got a pump failure, if he's pretty handy, he'll be able to just swap a pump in and out and get himself out of trouble. Switches are pretty easy. As you can see, comes on, turn it off. That's probably the pump coming on there. I'll get wet in a minute. There we go, I got wet. So yeah guys, nice and easy for the customer to use this. It's user friendly. It's got all the extras and all the fruit. Keep the missus happy, especially with the hot shower.
Alright, jumping up the top, we got the new Boss RT1 rooftop tent. So going back to it, we love to support Australian manufacturing, and that's all Boss aluminium. Everything is physically handmade, Australian made down in Melbourne. So this rooftop tent from start to finish is fully Australian manufactured out of aluminium, a premium canvas that they actually stitched down there themselves. It's got premium bedding inside it as well. Plenty of window space, plenty of room. There's heaps of storage in here as well for the customer. And then up on top there is storage. So you've got the solar panel, but you can add like crossbars and stuff and store some bits and pieces up there as well. To complement the rooftop tent, we've got also the Boss Premium awning. So this is a full 270 degree awning. Again, fully manufactured by them in Melbourne. All the material is all stitched by them down there as well. It's full UV 50 plus stable, so you will not get burnt underneath it like some lesser quality awnings on the market. This is a full freestanding awning as well, so you do not physically have to set any poles up on this in any extreme weather. You can just pull it back, tie it off, and you are good to go. You don't have to worry about it. Another cool little feature about the awning is it does have this little D-zip in here. So basically you can have your awning fully set up. You want to get in the rooftop tent after a good night out, undo the zip here and you just climb on in and you're good to go. Have a great night's sleep, wake up in the morning, cook a bacon and egg roll and you're good to go.